How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Creators Process. As you know, my name is Jaden. Right next to me I have Becca. How are you doing today?
Great, yeah, I'm doing good.
That's good. That's very good, very good. And so I want to first of all say thank you for joining me out and about in Melbourne on a kind of a bit of a cloudy day, but thank you for just joining me on this nice day.
Yeah, thanks for having me, I guess. Yeah.
No, that's all good. I guess. No, it's like I had nothing better. No, just kidding. But yeah, so for people at home watching today's episode, tell us, what do you do when it comes to the arts, the creative arts? So what are some things that you do?
I tattoo people, so yeah, that's basically what I do. I create like canvas art out of recycled plastic that I use for elements to create different textures. I put my designs on clothes, and I make jewelry out of recycled plastic as well. So yeah.
Yeah. I was saying this before, you kind of do like a very broad mixture of things, so you don't like stop at one area, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. If I have an idea, I just have to do it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, no one hasn't done this, I need to do it, you know?
Yeah.
I need to be the first to do it, but yeah.
Yeah, and I always find the process is more fun as well than the end, the end of it. I don't know. Like, it's so far. So yeah.
I love it. That's amazing. And so I guess, what was the first thing that you started with, and how long ago was that when you started?
Yeah. Yep. When I was 16, I went to VCAL and I needed to do workplace. Kind of what it's called. So yeah, I found a tattoo studio through one of my teachers, and yeah, I became an apprentice. And yeah, by the time I was 18, I could start tattooing people, and like that.
Awesome. And was tattooing like a thing that you've always been interested in doing for a while, or was it something that you came across and you're like, oh, maybe I'll try this out, and then you just ended up loving it? Like, what was the story behind wanting to be a tattoo artist?
I could always draw ever since I was a kid. So I just thought, how can I make money out of this? So for me, it was kind of like tossing up between tattooing or being like a book illustrator.
Okay,
so, yeah,
awesome.
I really like that. But then I was like, I don't really like reading, so I'm not going to do that.
It's like that's a lot of work to write a book, but no, I have a lot of respect for people who can write books and all that. Like, I've tried doing it myself, and it's not easy.
Yeah, no.
And so it's like, but no, that's awesome. I love that, and I've checked out a lot of your designs. Your tattoo designs are absolutely beautiful. Like, you've created some really amazing stuff, and you showed me some of the work that you've done on yourself as well, and very nice, very beautiful stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, I had an itch for it. I was like, I need a tattoo, so I just did myself.
Oh, easy. I mean, you're the artist yourself, so I mean, why not?
Yeah.
You don't have to go out and get someone to do it. You can just do it yourself.
Yeah, plus, yeah, it's a perk, isn't it?
Definitely. And like, I'll have to ask you this. So when you're tattooing, like, I've always wondered about this, because I know when people say that they've tattooed themselves and all that sort of thing, is it a challenge trying to tattoo yourself more than tattooing someone else? Like, is it more of a challenge?
Yeah, on different spots. Like here was pretty much challenge, like trying to get like loads, like here.
Ooh,
but like my leg was easy. Like, I don't feel like it hurts as much when I tattoo myself than other people do. But
okay.
Yeah, like it depends as well, because some people have like nicer skin, other people have more like goopy skin. So yeah, it's weird. Like, it's really weird.
Okay, that's.
And yeah, if I'm tattooing an arm, like the skin can be nice down here, but then once I get up here, it's like fattier, goopier, so it's harder. So yeah.
Okay, so is it because, like, I guess in a way you know what your pain threshold is, so like when you start you kind of go, okay, that's a little bit too hard, or like, is it because you kind of know? Yeah, like, so I guess you're able to tell like what, like how hard to do it on yourself, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I need a break.
Yeah, exactly. You're not on a time restriction and all that sort of thing, or that makes sense. I think that's really cool, and I definitely give you credit that you're able to do that, like tattoo yourself, because obviously once they're on there, I mean, unless you get it lasered off, which I've heard is so much more painful than getting the tattoo on there.
Yeah.
Like, once it's on there, you're kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in the middle of a cover up because I got pickle Rick.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
And I really hate it. It looks like a dick. So I was just like, I need to get rid of this. I'm not gonna lasering it.
Where did you end up getting that?
Just on my leg. It took on my leg.
Oh no.
Cover up with that.
Yeah. Do you know what you're gonna be turning it into?
I did the outline. It's just gonna be like a splatter and then like a black splatter, and then I'll do like a white ink and like do like a flower on it or something.
Nice.
Try to make it pretty.
So no more pickle no more pickle or Dick Rick.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I love, like, it was really funny because like with that whole thing with Pickle Rick, I didn't actually know about him until I started watching Rick and Morty, and like I had heard of that whole concept of him, and I'm like, what the hell is everyone talking about? And then I watched the episode, I'm like, okay, that's what everyone's been, pretty much raving about with Pickle Rick. But I love that. Yeah, and did you do that one yourself? And you just didn't someone else did it for you?
Yeah, my friends did it for me, and it's really well done. Like, it looks
okay,
great.
Cool.
But I'm just like, I don't want a dick on me.
I love it now. It's just you're referencing as just a dick.
It's a dick, and yeah, because for ages I was thinking, I want a Rick and Morty tattoo, and then I go across the pickle. And it was the worst one I've ever had, but it's the one that I thought the most about. So I think that's just weird.
Yeah, no, that's all fair enough, and you probably don't want people to see that anymore. It's like, is that a dick right there? No.
I'm not 18 anymore.
Oh gosh, I love that. And so do you, like, when you're designing a tattoo and when you're creating a tattoo from scratch, do you have an idea or like an inspiration behind or story behind why you're creating the tattoo, or like what is your
normally
process
I get
about
a lot
that?
of it, like the inspiration from my clients. I'll ask them what it's about or anything, and I like surrealism and doing like surrealistic sort of things. So I try to put like something in something, or like I do like one part of my style is cutting things in half. So you got like half of this there and half of that there. I really like it. I just think it looks cool. So
awesome.
Yeah, that's something that I really like to do. Yeah.
So like you like to obviously hear a bit of your client's backstory to what they want, and then you kind of interpret that in a very surrealistic way, I guess, in a way.
Like I say to them, I can send you something that's like simple, traditional, and then I can send you something that I would do if it was me. Yeah. Because a lot of people come to me for obviously like my style.
Yes.
But some people just want like something simple. So I give them the option.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Do you like doing, I guess, talking about the simple or complex tattoos, do you have a favourite you like to do, or do you just like doing both as a thing?
I like both. It depends where it is.
Okay.
And how big they are, because if it's something small, like I can't really do much with it. But it's just easy, like, getting, like, having a quick little session. Like, it's great having to break it up, so just like an hour session and like 4 hours. Like, if I was doing 4 hours all the time, that would suck.
Oh, jeez, wow. That would be quite tiring.
My back cannot deal.
Oh yeah, because you would have to be like, you're bending a lot all the time, and like, because when I've got tattoos myself, like, and you see the tattoo artists, they're just like, they're bending and kind of crouching their shoulders, so I just think to myself, gosh, you poor backs, like, after you're done, you're probably like, oh my gosh, oh, thank goodness for that.
Yeah, I'll probably be a hermit.
Just for the whole night, you're like, ow, and then, oh my gosh, ow. Just pull your shoulder back into place. Like, gosh, like, what is the longest sitting you've had to do for creating a tattoo?
Like 6 hours. After that, I'm not doing any longer than 6 hours. Yeah.
That's fair enough. Like, I've heard people who have done like 8 or 9 hour sittings, and like obviously like with like a 30 or an hour break in between, but even that, I'm like, wow, that's commitment. Like, imagine, because I can imagine it would be so hard, because as you say, you have so much pressure as a tattoo artist, because once it's on there, you can't, it's not like a pencil where you can erase it. You can't do that, unfortunately. So you have so much pressure, and you have to concentrate so much and so I have to give like tattoo artists such as yourself a lot of credit that you just don't make any mistakes, and that you have so much pressure to put under it, because as I said, once it's on there, it's done. You can't erase it. You can't just go like, oh sorry, like, gosh, and then they have just this random scribble on their side. Someone goes, oh, what's that? It's like, oh, my tattoo artist stuffed up. It's like, imagine that. It's just like this big scribble on your leg, and it's like, ow. Gosh, imagine doing that on someone.
Yeah,
Like,
like depth is everything, and yeah, one thing I learned while I was tattooing, like started out, was sometimes like I'd be calm, everything would be fine, and then when someone nervous would come in, it would make me nervous.
Oh,
so like,
no.
yeah, you'd have to learn to like regulate your own emotions when you could just feel someone radiate off them, like their anxiety. So that was like something really good to learn, because now it like helps you in every part of life, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you kind of, in a way, as you said, you kind of feel a bit more under pressure when you have someone who is nervous, because in a way they make you nervous a bit.
Yeah, it's literally just like in the air. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Yeah.
it's like it causes a virus to.
Yeah.
Gosh, I love that. That's amazing. Like I think, but yeah, no. As I said, like a lot of your tattoos you've done are absolutely beautiful. So
Thank you.
you're doing incredible work with that. And
Yeah.
so I'll ask you about, because you mentioned about you create like artworks through used rubbish.
Yeah, I recycle plastics. That's pretty dope.
So tell me about that. Like, so what do you create from it? Like,
Just like canvas art. So basically, I'll do the design, and if I do like a border or arches or something, I'll like put like Gorilla Glue, and then I'll like sprinkle it on. Like I've got a whole process on how I like grind it down and everything.
Okay.
So I do that, and then it'll dry, but the glue, it basically like rises, so it makes like nice dome effects and things. So yeah, it was like a bit of trial and error, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. And now I'm starting to do some paintings where the plastic dictates what I paint instead of the other way around, where I had this design that plastic's got to fit. So yeah, just creating texture and things. Because yeah, my mum and my like grandma, like they're blind completely. So I thought, okay, like how can I do something that they can at least enjoy as well? So like they can like touch it, and yeah.
Oh, I think that's so sweet. Like that you think to yourself, like you've created artwork that people who are blind can come up to and enjoy it as well. I think that's so beautiful. Like I actually, when I looked at because I've seen your canvas works, like that you posted up on your account, and like I said, they just look like just a painting on just a normal canvas. So, and if you didn't tell me that it was on used plastic, or it was like, what did you say, it was glue or like with ripples, like I never would have guessed that. They look amazing.
Yeah, it's hard to tell in photos, but yeah, in real life, and it's great too, because like the way the sun hits, it creates different shadows and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
wow.
Doing like my mandalas and stuff, it really gives it a great effect. Yeah.
You're kind of creating an artwork that is consistently changing in a way, so it changes with the weather.
Yeah.
That's clever. I love that. I love that. That's amazing. And I love that. So what was there a reason why you decided to use plastic other than canvas works? Like, what was the reason behind going with used plastic?
Basically, just like getting something that people would throw away and like making something beautiful out of it. That was really something that I really wanted to try to do. Yeah. I thought it was a challenge. I'm up for a challenge. Yeah. It
would be a challenge, and I love that you've kind of using those recycled materials and going, all right, let's make this beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's make this an artwork in itself. And yeah, you definitely have created an artwork within itself, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I find a lot of people these days, they wait for big corporations or companies or things like that to do something about like, the planet and things. So I just, want to inspire other people. Like, you don't have to run like a recycling plant, but you can just do something.
This one's all right. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I think it's really great, and yeah, I've got a lot of support around it, and yeah, I love it.
Yeah, no, I think if it's working, and if it's I think it's good. Like I think it's amazing that you have come up and something different, because like I was talking to so many people about this. It's like it's so hard to create something new in this time, because everything, like with music, everything has been done so many times, and so it's hard to create something a bit different, something a bit original, and I think that is definitely something very different and very unique.
Yeah, I haven't seen people do it, which is great, because I'm just like, okay, cool, like I'm kind of ahead of the curve.
Oh, nice. Do you have you come up with a name of that style?
No.
Yeah, maybe that's something to think about. Like maybe you should name your style of glue plastic.
Plastic.
Exactly. No, I love that. That is amazing. And do you usually sell your works that you and where can people find those works? Like,
Oh yeah, on my website, nosestylestudios.org. That's where I basically have everything on there, and yeah.
awesome. Well, I'll definitely, like, when this video comes out, I'll definitely link everything of yours so people can check those works and actually purchase some work.
Yeah, thanks.
And-
That'd be nice. Yeah, I do
that's
prints
awesome.
as well, because like obviously when I draw like tattoos, I use my iPad, so it's
Yep.
a lot easier. People want to change things, so yeah, like I do illustration work like on my iPad as well that I do prints of too. So yeah, it's pretty fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, I love that. That's awesome. And you said you also do, just quickly about, you do logos on t-shirts and all that, like
Yeah, I really wanted to be able, like, because a lot of people, they say they like my tattoo designs, but they don't want to get tattoos. So I was like, how can I do this? So I decided to make like clothing, so like, bleach and dye things and like
Oh,
put my
wow.
designs on them. So it's pretty cool.
I love that you actually, like you've kind of like had that, you've considered the people who have like gone, oh, I really love that work, but I don't know if I could tattoo that on my body, but like you've kind of actually considered that and thought to yourself going, all right, how can I go to that audience who doesn't want a tattoo but likes my design works? And I love that you actually have come up with the solution going, all right, well, let me put it on some shirts, let me put it on clothing.
Yeah.
And I love that. You've kind of broadened your audience of people who follow you so that, there's something for everyone.
Yeah, I'm trying to draw as much people to like my things as possible, because yeah, like, at the end of the day, like everything, like all the praise goes towards God. So if I can like steer more people to like even just open their minds up a bit, then I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, well put. I think that's amazing. And it's a, I think that also explains why you do a lot of things, because as you said, you like to broaden your horizons and all that sort of thing, and same way you like to spread out to different audiences and different people, so I think that's amazing. And I think that's really incredible how you've been creating work not just for one audience but just for many, and I think that's definitely something really special, and I definitely encourage you to keep going with that. That's amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, I might even start a YouTube channel soon.
Yeah, well, please do. I'll definitely be subscribing, and I'll definitely be promoting it on this channel as well.
Can we guess?
Oh yeah. Oh yes, please. Yes, that would be awesome. And I guess as a final question, I'll ask you. So, if someone's watching on here wants to be a tattoo artist or anything like that, what would your advice be for those people?
My advice would be, if whatever you make, don't throw it away. You need to see your progress throughout every single thing. I find a lot of people, they'll make something but they don't think it's good enough, so they'll just throw it in the bin. So the next thing they make, they still don't think it's good enough, but they can't see the difference between where they came from.
I love that, and I think for me as a photographer, I still don't throw out or delete works I created back in university when I was 19 or 20, because I like to look back on it myself and see how far I've come from there to there. Because like I can look at it going, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? It's that same sort of thing. So I agree with you. No, I think that's great advice, because you can actually see when you have doubts of going, oh my gosh, I haven't progressed. You can look back and go, actually, no, you know what? I think I am onto something here. I think I am progressing. I think I need to keep going.
Yeah, no, exactly. And like you kind of inspire yourself as well. Like, you go on the internet and you see all these amazing artists and you're like, wow, like I want to be like them. But then if you have your own reference point of your own things, and you can be like, no, like I'm doing great. Like
you're doing great.
You are too.
Thank you. And but yeah, no, well, firstly I want to say thank you so much for joining me today on the Creators Process, talking about what you do and all that. And please just keep going with what you're doing. Like, I think keep creating, keep just producing incredible work, and just bringing more of your art into the world for people to see.
Thank you. You too.
Oh,
yeah.
that's okay.
Seriously.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. And so for everyone watching at home, thank you so much for watching another episode of The Creators Process. If you want to check out Becca's work, I'll leave links to everything down below. Her tattoo works, her fashion work, everything, and her paintings. Go check out her amazing work. If you need a tattoo, Becca's the one.
You guys.
And yeah, and but yeah, as I keep saying every episode, let's keep supporting local artists, keep supporting the local community, purchase a print, purchase someone's artwork, as a everyone's been seeing that we've been coming out of another huge lockdown. Let's just keep promoting, keep supporting each other through this time, you know, keep helping each other out through it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That's okay. And comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.